Well, summer's the typical construction season, but thanks to modern technology, construction season never really ends. And there's some projects going on now in Greeley. And with us to get some updates on those is Joel Hemeseth, the Director of Public Works here for the City of Greeley. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me.
We're here over on 23rd Avenue in front of these projects that is scheduled to be done here at the beginning of February. But can you tell us a little bit about this particular project and what it all entails?
Sure. It actually kind of all started back in the summer of 2015. There was a sinkhole that formed out here in 23rd Avenue, and so we got in and investigated it and found out that there was a stormwater pipe that's under the road that was starting to collapse. It's an old 48-inch metal pipe, which is one of our larger pipes in the city, and so it needed to be replaced, and it crosses the road. So it has irrigation water that goes through it, so we had to wait till the season was over, and then that is around November, so then we had to wait because it's Christmas time and shopping, and we didn't want to impact the mall down here. So we're trying to be sensitive to things going on around the community in this corridor, so we waited till this time to get the contractor on board and do that project.
You guys are kind of stuck between that rock and a hard place. You need to maintain these roads and the pipes underneath everything, but a lot of people don't understand the amount of processes that go into this, between stormwater pipes and sidewalks and asphalt. And what kind of effort do you guys put into looking into those things and timing the lights to see what people get delayed going through these areas?
Sure, it's a coordination of a lot of different things, subsurface and surface. We try to get people in ahead of time so we don't tear up the roads after the fact. Even on this one, we'll be coming in this summer and overlaying it. We actually stopped our chip seal that we did previously at this point, so we wouldn't be ripping out that process. But that all impacts traffic and the flow, and so we've been monitoring the delay here and trying to see what this impact of this project is. Obviously a major road here on 23rd Avenue. So we've been monitoring that. It looks to be adding about 4 minutes of travel time along the corridor for folks that commute this road and travel through here at any point during the day. So it's the first time we've done that, but we are wanting to see what our impact to our construction projects are, and then kind of see if there's ways that we can mitigate that in the future on other projects.
Yeah, that's one of those things that for some people 4 minutes is not a big deal, but other people 4 minutes, it can be a big chunk out of your day. But compared to some of the other traffic problems that are around bigger cities, I'd say you're doing pretty good at 4 minutes.
Sure.
Now this one you said is supposed to be done early February is the estimated completion?
Correct. They're about halfway done with the project, and they're getting ready by the February 6th. That's supposed to be done. Depends on the weather. You know, wintertime, you never know what's going to happen, but the weather's been good to us this year, and so we've been able to do a couple of road projects or construction projects through the winter here.
Excellent. We're looking forward to see what this all looks like when it's said and done. 65th Avenue, another big project you guys, some things going on right now.
Yeah, that's a big one. Kind of a regional road. A lot of good stuff going on out there. It's an old 2-lane rural road that we're working on widening. We started it last year and just felt that we could work through the winter instead of just shutting down. The weather typically allows us to do work, and we need to do some stormwater work out there. So they're working on that through the winter. We got the first segment done from the 29th Street entrance to St. Michael's up to the highway done. So a little easier to get in and out, improve some turn lanes up there at the highway interface. And now we're working on the end to the south. We're coming from the Evans city limits up with stormwater work, and we'll work on that through the winter. We'll actually do some concrete work in March on some curb and gutter, and actually start paving in April, and then we'll look to flip traffic and do the west side when it warms up. But that project should be done by July, so getting some of these done through the winter helps us get through construction season a little faster and just be done and out of the way for folks.
Fantastic. Of course, if people want to get more details about some of these projects, stay up to date with road closures and changes on that, put up at greeleygov.com and follow the city's social media channels. We'll get those posted up there. Now, aside from these two projects, which are obviously very big deals, what are some of the other things that people are going to look forward to as far as road construction in 2017?
Sure, in 17, we're doing our second year Keep Greeley Moving, so a lot of road maintenance going on. We'll be working in a lot of the eastern neighborhoods for the most part, downtown, Sunrise area. We're working on that. 71st Avenue, we're going to be starting a bridge project there probably later in the summer. That'll transition to a road widening project in 2018, but we're going to do the bridge work first. That'll allow us actually to continue the Sheepjaw Trail underneath that, so we're kind of excited for that. Got a couple different modes of impact there. So that'll be a good project that's needed out there. We'll be doing an overlay of 16th Street from 35th to 47th Avenue, so that's a major road that's fairly heavily traveled along Bittersweet there, Park. And so that'll be going on in just all of our road work, but just continue to do what we can to keep our infrastructure in good shape and get it repaired. So I know not everybody likes the cone zones and delays, but to us it shows that we're getting things done and improved in progress. So
we appreciate you guys' hard work, and I know it's almost like working out to me, this road construction area, because you never want to be going through it, but once it's done, you're really glad it was there.
Yeah, we hope people appreciate it once it's done, and we try to make it better than it was, obviously, before we look for opportunities to make things better and And whether it's striping or sidewalks or bike lanes, you never know what we're going to add in there, but always looking to make our infrastructure better.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Joel. Good luck on the construction projects.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me on.
Again, lots of construction happening here in the city, really, and lots more to look forward to in 2017, all to make the city roads that much better. You can get more details and check for updates on road closures at GreeleyGov.com, or you can follow the City of Greeley on Facebook and Twitter.